Alright, over here at the left-hand side of the map, top left, is our player from the team Prime, who's just suffered his first loss in a couple weeks, actually. But he's still looking good. He is Maru Prime. And over here is our Terran player from the team Incredible Miracle. He has a horrible record versus other Terrans, but managed to win game number 2 of this series, going mech versus the bio of his opponent. It is Incredible Miracle's Happy. Yes, I am happy here to be here. This is a prime situation, being able to cast these awesome games. And we're going to find out what's going to happen between these two players very, very soon. This is the map Belshire Beach. Sometimes we actually see cheese builds on this map, but it looks like we're not going to see that this time because we are going to have a refinery first from Happy. So it looks like he's going to go straight mech. And it's interesting because I think we see more often on this map. Well, maybe not actually, but I was thinking about that double Marauder rush that we see oftentimes. It's kind of designed to punish the factory first build. And, well, not first, but the early factory build. And it looks like we might see Maru going for a 1-Rax expansion. He still has no gas. And he's going to come in here and scout. And that might be a little bit of a mistake. He also might just go for a second barracks or something like that. But he's definitely... I don't know, actually. We're going to find out here pretty soon. But he's building up a lot of minerals in the bank and not building any other buildings. So I think we might see that command center go down pretty soon for Maru. And he's getting a good scout in here all around the base. And what he can do is actually click on that gas and see how much gas has been mined. And so he can actually see, okay, this has been mining for a while actually. He's got over 100 gas in the bank. And there he actually does spot that factory before exiting. Very, very good scouting there. Knows exactly what's going on. And there's that command center, by the way, going down from Maru, like we expected. And now he's putting on a double gas. Pretty standard as well. Once you see that command center go down, they need to catch up in tech once they've gone for a quick expansion. So they put down the double gases immediately afterwards in order to try and catch up there. He needs to be a little bit careful, though. I think he should probably get out a bunker going because he did see the quick factory going from Happy. And what is he going to do? He's actually going to switch over to this tech lab. Is he going to go for Blue Flame? No, he's going to put the starport on that tech lab. Of course. Just building it straight there, and now he can actually produce Hellions and Marines while he built that starport. And that's going to be able to put out a lot of units and go for that Banshee play. And we've seen Happy do some variation of getting Banshees or some tech lab starport units every single game, so not surprising at all. There's that bunker going up for Maru to protect his expansion, which he put up. Kind of a risky move, but he knew what he was getting into there. And this SCV is going to get in. And does he see the expansion? Yes, he does see the expansion, so he knows exactly what's going on now. He's like, okay, well, I have an advantage for the moment, and also he's not going to have a ton of Marines right now, so this is going to be really good for my Banshees. And actually, whoa, this is actually going to be really good. This could be game ending here because he actually has almost no Marines. He's got 3 Marines on the map, and because he didn't go for extra barracks after the quick expand, he's gone for the factory, making a tech lab on the factory. He's getting a starport, so he's going to be able to get out Vikings eventually. But ladies and gentlemen, this Banshee is already on the way. Where did the Banshee go? I lost sight of it. Okay, there's Banshee around somewhere. There it is. Nope. Okay, am I just... what's going on? Am I confused? I could have sworn I saw Banshee already. Maybe that's it completing right now at the starport. Alright, I might be confused. I'm sorry. I thought the Banshee completed and that was the second one, but it was the first Banshee out now. But still, regardless, he's not going to have a lot of Marines out. The Viking is not going to be out in time by the time this Banshee arrives at the base. He is not getting Cloak this time, though. He's thought about getting Cloak. He started Cloak, at least, in the 2 previous games. But he's actually going to push up the front here, running by that bunker with only the 1 Marine in it. The depot is down, but he wants to go for these SCVs instead. And is he going to raise the depot? No, he's not going to raise the depot. Might have been a little bit of a mistake. He has the tank out, though, but the Banshee's targeting on the tank. The Banshee takes out the tank. And the Marines target down the Banshee, but he pulls it back just in the nick of time. Only a few shots left on the Banshee. He finally raises the depot. This could be the end, though, for Maru. He's got no answer to this. finally the Viking comes out. 1.5 shot. Okay, actually, no, just one shot. I forgot about that. Sorry. One shot from the Viking. I thought the Banshee had more hit points left. One shot from the Viking does finish off the Banshee, and so one of the main threats has been eliminated by that Viking. But now he's got nothing to stop him from just powering down this command center, although he has taken control of his front door again, and so he's going to be able to kind of swoop back in and hit those Hellions. And oh, is he going to get the Hellion in here? He is going to get the Hellion in, but it's not going to kill anything else. The tank will see to it that Hellion is destroyed, and he's not even targeting down specific SCVs, so all those ACVs are going to get a little damage, but nothing too much is done there. So that was a little bit of a scary moment for Maru, but he does fend it off. Very nicely done. The Viking coming out a little bit too late to be the best, but coming out in time to save him. And in the background, we did see Happy going for an expansion of his own during that. So if we actually look at the income tab here, we can see that they're pretty much even in everything right now. A few extra harvesters for Maru, because he's been making extra harvesters out of his second command center for longer, but it's pretty much even in economy right now. And so it's just going to be down to the decisions that they make about what units to make. Now we're seeing a tech lab go down on the starport for Maru, and he's actually making 2 more factories as well, as you can see. So he is definitely going for the mech play again. And what is Happy going to do? A second factory for Happy, and a third as well. So we're going to see mech versus mech once again. Not going to see a situation where the slow siege tank push of one player just rolls the mass bio of the other player, like we did in game number 2. Maru feeling a little bit defensive still, putting up these siege tanks over here. I like this, throwing the barracks over here in this open spot, so that he can spot if there are going to be a drops coming into his main. I like that position. This barracks is an okay position as well, but he's already got the watchtower, so that barracks is not really spotting anything new for him, actually. That's kind of an interesting place to put it there. Just keeping an eye on this little map artifact going on over here. Third command center going down for Maru. And that's going to be floated over here to this location, more than likely. I guess it depends. He could put it over here, but probably it's positioned to go over here. And we do not see a third command center yet for Happy. He's getting a Raven, though. No, I'm sorry. That's actually the Raven is coming out for Maru, as is the Blue Flame upgrade for the Hellions, the Infernal Pre-Igniter, which is going to give them extra damage versus Marines and SCVs, other light units. We do have Siege Tech, though, for Happy, so that everybody is going for, although it looks like we... No, never mind. We already have Siege Tech for Maru. Here comes that Banshee coming in here that he made with that Tech Lab. No cloak for him, though, so a little bit silly of a move. Only gets a few SCVs there as a result from that Banshee, and is forced to... Well, I was going to say he's forced to retreat, but he actually just lost Banshee. So not a lot of damage done there. Very interesting that he decided to go for that late Banshee. It's very, very late, and he should have known that his opponent had Vikings up. So a little bit of a silly move there to throw away that Banshee, but he also was able to get some scouting in there. Well, a little bit of scouting, I suppose, and scout the army composition at the very least. Anyway, Raven is out for Maru. Both players are producing some Vikings, but again, Happy is going ahead with the Viking production a little bit faster. He's not making reactored Vikings this time, though. So there is the feasibility that he could catch up. And yeah, look at this reactor going down on the starport for Maru. So he actually could have a point where he could catch up in the Viking count and take control of the Viking count, especially with the Raven there. That means he's going to be able to put down a point defense drone. Of course, there is a Raven out for Happy as well. And that Banshee, I love the inclusion of that Banshee, not just throwing away the Banshee, killing 2 SCVs. He's keeping the Banshee around, so if he wins the air battle, he can use that Banshee to great effect. And also just coming around here to sneak in to try and take out that tank. The Hellions go over to try and help, but they're no use, of course. But he got an auto turret. That was a bit silly. There was nothing to protect the auto turret right there. I guess it was just to kind of zone him out a little bit so they can't get too close. But he's pushed in really close here now. The tanks are within range of that bunker. They're going to slowly kill off that bunker. He's going to salvage it. Oh, salvages it just because he didn't scan to see the high ground in order to get that last hit on it. Or he just could have moved his Vikings in range. Again, going after the tanks. And again, this situation where he doesn't have the Viking count. He doesn't have, I don't know if he has any Vikings. I think he's out of Vikings. So he can't do anything about the superior Viking count here. And that is really, truly when the Banshee is going to be a good thing to do. Oh, a couple auto turrets going down to protect this force. But the Thor pops out, and that's going to be huge help. I think he needs to evacuate here. He's trying to target down this new command center. This is a mistake. He should not be doing this. He needs to get out those Vikings before they die. And does lose one Viking to the Thor and the SCVs. Finally gets out of there. And I guess he wasn't taking too much damage. The only thing doing significant damage was the Thor. But still, he does not want to throw away those Vikings there. Who knows when a tank was going to pop out and siege up on him or something like that. Not worth targeting down the command center that he was not going to be able to kill in time. Anyway, look at these barracks meeting in the night, kind of chilling by each other, floating through each other somehow. Still a little bit of contain going for Happy. This third command center, I guess, was yeah, there it was moved over here. So it actually has a fourth command center. So Maru actually has 4 command centers right now, but he can't use them. He can't actually use them. Whereas because of this containment that he has set up outside of his base, look at this beautiful contain. Little white dots all over the ramp, so if he tries to move down that ramp at all, or even up to this high ground, he will get hit by the tanks because they can see this area because of the barracks. Very nicely positioned there. Anyway, so because of that contain, Happy can actually go ahead and build his extra command center outside of his base, and he's, despite having less command centers, going to be able to mine better over here at this expansion, or actually is going to be able to mine better in general because he has that expansion secured. So Happy is just looking in good shape right now, playing this better. But of course, this is the superior situation that we saw Happy in game number 1, which he threw away by just attacking the wrong things at the wrong times. And are we going to see him make the same mistake twice? We'll find out. He's moving in here. The contain is getting thicker and thicker. The noose is slowly tightening around the neck of Maru. He does have 4 command centers. This one's not even morphed though. He's probably waiting to turn into a planetary here at some point. But anyway, the third orbital is going to make it so that he can go ahead and mine out very fast. Look at this, down to 300 minerals, and some of these patches down to 400 minerals, and all these patches in the main. He's going to mine out pretty soon, and it really is just a matter of, I mean, I say this is like a noose tightening around his neck, and that's exactly what it is. But instead of oxygen running out, it's minerals running out that Maru is slowly going to not have enough of. A couple of Hellions did manage to sneak out, and they're going to try and do some damage to the supply line of Happy. And this is a really good move. This is what he needs to be doing right now. He can't really move out. He needs to try and hurt the economy of Happy in some other way. But if we look at the income tab, we still have, well, actually, he's got an even income at the moment, but once Happy starts dropping those mules, he'll probably get a little bit ahead. And more importantly, it's going to be when these players both mine out their mains, then it's going to be, instead of, you know, about even SCVs, it's going to be 2 base to 1 mining, and that 1 base is going to mine out of most of its minerals very soon as well. So yeah, this is not looking good at all for Maru. Now he does scan Happy's army and sees that there's no support units there right now. Never mind, actually, I'm just tripping. The Hellions are right there nearby. He's actually even building a sensor tower right there. Here he goes. Maru pushing out. He's got one last ditch attempt. The point defense drones go down for both players, but it looks like the ones went, no, actually no. Happy did not get his point defense drones out. His Raven just died. That is only Maru's point defense drones, and he is now obliterating everything in the air. Can he capitalize on it and actually kill things on the ground, though? The Banshee is in the mix, doing tons of damage. This may be what Maru needed. He just was able to sit in his base and was able to max out. Both players were maxed, but the contain is broken. The contain is broken. He actually is able to move down his ramp with his larger army now. This could be exactly what Maru wanted to do. He's moving out now, and again, just another control error. Whoops, control error by Happy, not putting down those point defense drones. May cost him the game here. Looks like he's going to be able to siege up and hold off, though. Are the Vikings land? That was not necessarily the best thing to do with the Vikings, but they are distracting a little bit more fire, so the siege tanks of Maru can get in position and do more damage. But I think Happy just has too many siege tanks here. They siege up. No, almost all the siege tanks die before they can even finish sieging. And Maru is in a great position now, because look at this one Banshee. That is what I was talking about before, killing so much. He's going to be able to pick off his tanks. A couple Vikings come in at the last second, but guess what? Thor's saying, get out of here. This is looking not good at all for Happy. He has just he's been put down on the back foot, and now finally we have Maru able to move these command centers out and actually land them at other bases if he wants to. He's not moving that other one, but he can now set up a bit of a contain here outside of Happy's expansion and theoretically push in slowly and steadily. Now here's the thing though, the tank count is even. So in this case, we still have a little bit of an advantage because he's a defensive position for Happy. He's gonna move some of his tanks forward, try and take a little bit better position, and still barely not within range of those enemy tanks. But that means that the enemy tanks cannot move any farther forward right now, and that is exactly what he wants. Although actually, you might want to put a tank right over here so that he can shell the SCVs and the expansion from out of range of Happy's tanks right there. That might be a good thing to do. But at this point, he's just focusing on macroing up, trying to get all these bases running. And I mean, during that battle, he lost some SCVs. So as you can see there, 44 SCVs to 64. And Happy... Oh, I didn't see the fusion core building. I apologize, but ladies and gentlemen, we are going to have a desperation battlecruiser coming out here for Happy. I don't think this is a situation where the battlecruisers are really going to help him a lot, but it's kind of what he has to do. I mean, he's been producing more Vikings, so I mean, if we look at the Viking count, he's gotten ahead in the Vikings. Yeah, he's killed off all the Vikings. And hold, I thought he's going in for the kill here. Hellions taking the brunt of the blow, but no! Maru forced to fall back. He didn't siege up. He had to either commit or not there, and he didn't do either. He went in with a lot of his forces and lost them, and then instead of sieging up, when he went in, he kind of kept them unsieged and ended up having to pull back. He still has a supply lead, though, is the thing. He's just so far ahead at this point. Yeah, here we have the Vikings just being pelted a little bit by those Thors, which are going to walk into siege tank fire and die. A little bit of a counterattack going on over here. Hellions pushing in. Oh, that would have been a nice little shot if he'd gotten all those SCVs while they're pumped up. But tanks are going to push in here and deal with this situation. This is only a small part of Happy's force, so he's going to be able to kill it very easily. Look at that, shift-clicking all the tanks. Trying to focus fire there. Not going to happen, though. Maru is now able to kind of hold both, what are they called, bridges on either side and really kind of do a big contain on Happy. Happy now moving some tanks over here to protect this location, but that means he's abandoned this location almost altogether. He's only got 3 tanks there, and that could be really, really bad. But he's trying to catch up. He's getting a 4th base of his own. And wow, Maru is in such good shape though right now. Transferring SCVs over to this new base as well. Needs to get those gases mining so he can start producing more units. But here's the real tale of it is 178 supply to 128 supply. That is a 50 supply difference, and that is huge. Oh, he's actually distance mining that location over there. Oh, he's going to float a command center over to it. They're already distance mining, okay. Anyway, so this battlecruiser in the mix is doing kind of what the Banshee was doing, where if you have the air superiority, the battlecruiser can do a lot of damage, and it's going to be a lot better at killing off Thors than the Banshee would be, and even a couple Banshees. So he's just targeting down the tanks right now. Battlecruiser taking a lot of hits here, soaking up a lot of damage, but doing its weight, doing its job, taking out tanks. Look at these 2 Thors just don't have the output to kill off this battlecruiser very quickly, and so he's actually going to kill all the tanks. He's going to kill every single one of the tanks on the ramp. 5 kills on this battlecruiser right now. Before these Thors can finally, and look, he's even probably going to escape with it. No, not going to get that last tank. Oh, is he going to get, nope, battlecruiser escapes. Very nicely done, and that's why he was just saying, okay, well, I don't care if I eat some Thor fire, it's not a big deal. And if you bring in Vikings, I've got more Vikings somewhere on the map. There they are, there's a few Vikings. Is he building Vikings, though? Yes, he is. Look at that, quad Viking production. Maru is like, alright, well, the only thing I don't have is air superiority right now. All I need to do is get that really quickly with my superior economy, and you are toast, sir. You'll be happy toast. Is he going to repair that tank? He doesn't get the tank repaired, but now there's 3 Thors now, and here come the Vikings to pick off that. Oh, is he going to do it? Nope. He's going to die. The battlecruiser goes down. Maru still has this location over here. He's now mining at 1, 2, 3 bases, and he's got double gas there. Still doesn't put 6 in the gas over here. It's got 2 there, but it's not a big deal right now. He's still just got so much more of an economy and so much more units. We look at the income tab real quick. Well, actually, income tag looks pretty even, but I'm pretty sure that Maru is bringing in more money. He's trying to attack across this ramp here. A little bit of a trade going on. There's a huge amount of tanks there. That was kind of Maru attacking with only part of his force against a large part of Happy's force, and unfortunately he doesn't have... Oh, he's going to land those Vikings and get some damage done there, and at this point he's just kind of trading because he's like, well, I can produce more than you, so I'm going to trade and reproduce faster. But again, it would have been nicer to just have a Banshee with that army so that once he won the Viking battle, he could do damage to the tanks. A little bit of a run-by going in here. Well, not really a run-by, a roll-by, I suppose. While the army is distracted to the bottom left, these Hellions are going to go in and try to do some damage. Vikings landing to try and hold them off. Oh, if they get some huge kills here, this could change the game. This could turn the game around. The SCVs are clumped up. He pulls a lot of them up into the medevac to protect them. And he's going to be able to get a few kills and run up here into this top side. I like that, splitting the Hellions in 2 different ways. Oh, they're all clumped up. They're all clumped up. Yes, huge hit. Is he going to be able to finish off those last hit points on several? No, he's not. There are a lot of SCVs there with only a few hit points remaining. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. More SCVs could have gone down with a single strike, a single infernal pre-ignition. And now the harvester count is evened up. And look at this, ladies and gentlemen. We have 1, 2 mining bases, sort of a third, barely still mining for Happy. And if he can take out this base, he will be even in economy and he will be pulling himself back into this game. Will he be able to, though? No, he will not. The superior, massive army of Maru is going to march through that, killing off the tanks. Now it's going to be up to Happy to play defensive again, and he's going to be playing defensive from behind. After losing that little squad, is now 30 supply behind again. He was 50 supply behind at one point, so he's trying to pull things back into his favor, but he's going to lose some more SCVs over here. Probably going to lose those tanks once Maru turns and focuses his attention on those. Going to lose all those SCVs. Is he? Oh, he sends the SCVs into his fodder so his tanks can get closer. And that was a pretty good move. He's going to be able to take out all those tanks. But at what cost? At the cost of his other base, because now Maru is marching down the left side of the map while Happy was distracted at the top right. And he's going to be able to siege up in beautiful position. Landed Vikings are going to be able to kill off those SCVs as they approach. And even though the tanks are damaging each other with the splash damage, he slaughters SCVs in the process. And that is going to put it at a 47-16 SCV count. All of the economy of Happy has been completely obliterated. He's 50 supply behind. The Thor and tank are marching in here. I don't think we're going to see Happy give up just yet, because this is the last match, and he just cannot afford to lose this. Look at this, even trying to land this Viking just to be annoying over here. Hellions are going to actually take out a Viking. That'll be an interesting thing to happen that we might have don't see very often going on, but look at, he's forced to lift this and float that command center away. Wow, this is just this is looking so bad for Happy. And here we go, the last remnants, the final remnants, the last hints of Happy's economy getting slaughtered. He's down to 5 SCVs. Maru still has a thriving economy of 46. These last tanks are all that Happy has left. GG coming from Happy. Maru takes the win and continues his reign of terror, and Happy continues his abysmal record versus Terran. GG going to Maru. Very nicely played, and Maru continues on his very, very nice set of games he's been playing recently, defeating Maru, a Zerg, and now Happy, a Terran, to get to the final round of Code A. He's going to be going to round 3, where he will face off against another opponent for a chance to get directly into Code S. And he is guaranteed the up and down matches now. Of course, everyone who lost today is still guaranteed the up and down matches as well. So they are not completely out. And so yeah, just to review the results, as you can see them right there, we did see Squirtle go up 2-1 over Inca. They both kind of traded cheeses. They both traded failed cheeses, and then Squirtle was able to win out the third game. And then we had, of course, Yu-Gi-Oh! Going down to his opponent Virus, which I was a little bit surprised by. I thought Yu-Gi-Oh! Played better in game number 1, but and then Virus just won game 2 by a kind of a cheesy all-in. But then in game number 3, he just kind of out-macroed Yu-Gi-Oh! Despite, again, having horrible control and letting Banelings slaughter his Marines. He still managed to win that game. Set 3 was another PvP series that was pretty good as well. Of course, we had Slayer's Brown be defeated by Killer, the first time Killer has won a series in PvP, I believe. And lastly, we just saw Maru versus Happy. Maru outplaying Happy. Happy continuing his reign of horrible TVT results. Alright, well, I think that is pretty much going to do it then. I don't actually know if the other stream is still on right now, but we did have a very quick series, a couple PvP series that were quickly finished, so go ahead and check out the other stream if you are not already, to see if those guys over there, Caldor and Wolf, are still casting the main stream. that is going to do it for me. I am Moletrap. You can follow me at Moletrap on Twitter if you'd like, and find out more of what I'm doing in the future. And I will see you guys next time. I hope you enjoyed it. I certainly enjoyed it. We had some great games to do. And that's going to do it. See you next time.